Good morning. Hand today is going to be pocket queens. We are under the gun. We open raise and we get 3 callers. So we get hijack, cutoff, and button calls. Just looking at percentages, he's got a 4% raising range, so or 3 betting range. So I think this call looks like mid pocket pair, maybe a few suited broadways. This guy's going to be much wider. He's not going to 3-bet it enough, so I think we've got many more pocket pairs, maybe all pocket pairs except kings plus, and then some other stuff. And this guy's going to probably have the loosest range. He's on the button. Even though he's playing 13%, I do think he might look at it as saying he's got decent chance. So my early position raise, we see that. This is this guy. I'm going to say 5s to 10s, suited jack 10, suited king jack plus, and suited ace jack. That's 4%. That's probably about right, because when we look at his call 2-bet, we're at 4%. I don't think he does. I think he'd rather probably 3-bet, and I think he's going to 3-bet jacks plus, ace queen plus. Maybe a little bit wider as well. I mean, maybe he goes down to 9s, but I think generally he's going to be somewhat tight. Once we get a caller, though, I think this player's probably indifferent. He's probably calling no matter what based on his stats at 18%, 18.5. He's passive, so kings plus with ace king, that's my 3-bet range. I'm going to give him all pocket pairs in this case. Some offsuit broadways, suited, basically all the suited broadways. Could probably give him some suited connectors as well. We've got 300 hands on him. When we look at his call, we're at 11%, so this is at 12% something. I think that's probably sufficient. And this last player, we only have 130 hands, a whole lot less. If we look at his button stat, it plays 25%. This is the first time that he's called. His 3-bet range that we have is ace king. I'm going to say this guy's probably also, he probably has a more of a 3-betting range. So at a minimum, I'm going to say jacks plus ace queen. But then I'm going to give him all suited aces, suited broadways, some suited connectors, pocket pairs, and so forth. So we're moving forward. Flop comes down, jack 10-9. So we have the overpair with the open ender. This is definitely, out of all the players, we're going to have people hitting this board. You're going to have the king queens. They're all hitting it. You could have 8-7. I mean, this guy, we do have 8-7. This guy, I think the strongest we're going to see, of course, straight if you have the 8-7. But I think we're going to see a lot of 1-pair, 2-pair, or some overpairs, and trips. I think trips are going to be out there. So it's on us. What do we do? I don't think we really want to build up a pot. We don't have the queen of clubs. I think if we had the queen of clubs, it might be a little bit different. But I think we're going to be checking here, and we're going to be checking most of the time. I think when we bet, we're going to be betting our straight if we have it, and some of our sets. I think that's it. Maybe jacks is what we bet. So I think 9s and 10s are going to be a check. Straights, yeah, 9 and 10s are going to be a check. Maybe just 9s. 9s or 10s. I think we can kind of set up a check raise with set. 2-pair, it's going to be a set. We are going to have a check flush draw in some of our raising range. So I kind of think ace queen suited probably could be a check raise. King queen suited, that's our straight. We have that. So I think we should just do this. X out of straights. So that way they don't come up. Yeah, we do have to balance, and I think our balance is going to be some of these solid, maybe like ace 9 of clubs could be a solid bet. Ace 5 of clubs. maybe 9-8 of clubs. Could be a bet. So what do? I check. So I like to check. We're gonna get our. Oops. Get these down. Villain bets. He bets less than half. Let's see. And we get a call, and this guy folds. So this guy's bet so we check. He bets. Bets on the smaller side. I think we're dealing with 2 pair plus. Probably. It's hard to see a top pair type hand bet like this unless he has a queen jack. Maybe he does it with the open ender. Maybe he does this with the flush draw. So I'm going to say that's his range. Next guy just calls. I don't think a straight is going to just call. This guy looks passive, so I think a set is going to just call. 2 pairs going to call. Over pairs going to call. Top pairs going to call. Middle pair I think is probably just going to fold. I think the flush draw, open ender, 2 card and 1 card is probably just going to go ahead and call here. And then it's on to us. What do? We obviously have the open ender. I think I'm calling here. Our hand I don't think is strong enough for check raise. So, we don't have our set. I think 2 pairs. Sometimes we're gonna check raise 2 pair, but I think that's probably a call. So we could have a 2 pair. We can have an over pair, top pair. Queens could. Again, queens could be a check raise if we have the queen of clubs, but we don't. So I think it's probably gonna be a call with the over pair. He hate folding it, but I think I'd lean more towards calling like queens and kings than aces. Aces just kind of suck at this point. I don't think we're calling middle pair or lower. Our flush draw is going to be called, but as I said, I kind of think ace 9, ace 5 was going to be used to clear to bet. I think ace queen and ace king are probably going to be a check raise, so that kind of leaves 9-8 as a call. And we've got our open enders that we're calling. And probably gut shot. Yeah, kings, king, jack. I think that's probably what we're going to be calling. So we're gonna be behind. 5 of diamonds comes on the turn. We're checking. We're not gonna mess with it. We're just gonna see what everyone does. Everyone checks. So he bet. I bet a straight's gonna be betting here. I kind of think a set's gonna just call. This guy's kind of aggressive, so I'm gonna discount the sets here. I'm gonna say maybe about only 50% for the sets. And I think maybe 50% for 2 pair. I think he could be betting him. He could be reading it as, people are on draws. Top pair, I think definitely. Top pair can work. The weak pair can work. So basically, I'm just getting rid of the straights because I think he would be betting those. Yeah, and he can't have. We have ace jack. We assume he'd raise with ace queen clubs. Okay, so that's that player. This player checks too. I do think set's gonna be betting. This guy's much more passive. Or straight's gonna be betting, so we'll X those out. He is passive, so I think sets 2 pair are gonna be checking. I think flush draws are gonna be checking for him. So really, we kind of had a narrowing of his range, both of their ranges, just slightly. For us, we've got 100% of our hand range that we went with, so we still have some 2 pair. We've got some over pair, and we go to the river with the 6 of diamonds. So 6 of diamonds now. I went check all the way through. I think if I bet, I'm going to get called by the flush. I think I'm going to get called by sets, 2 pair. I don't think top pairs are really going to call me. I really don't think I have a hand where I can go for a little bit of value. Obviously, I think we're going to be betting a flush. We're going to bet a flush, but I think the rest of these we're just going to be checking and probably calling with our overpair plus, probably. So we did check. Everyone else checked too. So flush is out. I think sets are possible too. Again, some people just kind of get scared about it. So we get to a showdown. We've got eights and we have ace king. So this player, definitely, I've got the eights in there. It is consistent with how he played it. The ace king kind of is weird. Why did he call initially with ace king? Well, he had the gut shot. I mean, I don't necessarily blame him for that. But he didn't raise with it, and that's kind of an important thing. So we need to make sure we take some notes on this guy and recognize that ace king doesn't seem to be in his calling range. So he called under the gun, 3 big blind, RFI, and hijack call from cutoff with ace of hearts, king of diamonds, and then he called. That could have been 33%, maybe it was 35%. We'll say 40%. Call 40% and check on jack of clubs, 10 of clubs, 9 of diamonds, 5 of diamonds, 6 of diamonds. All right, so we've got that guy. I think I played this okay. I think it's just kind of a tough board. I think the check call is okay. I think it would be different if we had a club in our hand, but I don't think we have a spot where we can lead and we can bet to try to get a little bit of value. This guy's never calling. I don't think this guy might call, but again, he's beat by any other pair on this board. So I do kind of have a strong range. I am projecting strength once I check call. Got something, but I don't think I'm gonna win anymore on this hand. So I think my hand was okay. It was played okay. So hopefully you enjoy this. If you do, look tomorrow for another one.